I want to welcome you to Georgia Virtual School's Oceanography AB. So we'll be doing the whole year in 18 weeks. And I want to go through some basic information to make sure you understand the expectations of the class. So just a little bit about myself. I've been with Georgia Virtual since the beginning. I do teach at a face-to-face school, so sometimes I'm not available during the day to respond immediately to an email or a phone message. So just be patient, and once I get home from school, I will respond. I do have two dogs, Tucker, the golden retriever, and Chloe, the little dog there. And I'm from Georgia, and I went to North Georgia College and then the University of Georgia for graduate degrees. Communication is vital in an online classroom, so it's important that you know my email address and my phone number. It says I'm available from 6 to 8. I will answer anytime as long as I'm available and have service. So you can text me if you have questions. You can call me, leave a message. Also, you can email me. I'll get the updates on emails, and I can get back to you as quickly as possible. So another important thing with the online classroom is understanding your schedule, your course schedule, which is found on the syllabus. And that syllabus is found in the course information widget. And the course information widget is on the right-hand side of your course. You'll click on 18 weeks. When you click on 18 weeks, it's going to open and you're going to see the syllabus. Scroll down just a little bit below that and you'll see all of the assignments for each day of the semester. So you'll see exactly what is assigned and what is due. So what you need to do each day, and those assignments are detailed in that course schedule, again, towards the bottom part of the syllabus there. And it's a calendar, and really try to follow it as closely as you can. Your assignments are not due until Wednesday at 11:59. But I highly recommend you not wait until Wednesday evening to try to complete everything. So try to get things completed early. I will leave feedback. If something is wrong, you do have the opportunity to go back and correct it. If something's wrong after this due date, you will not be able to go back and correct it. So Georgia Virtual has a very firm late work policy. So student work will be due on Wednesday at midnight, and you will have 2 school days, that's Thursday and Friday, to turn those assignments in late for 20% penalty. After that point, those assignments will no longer be accepted unless you submit an extension request to Georgia Virtual School. And you have to do that in a certain amount of time. So make sure you and your facilitator know how to submit any kind of extension for late work. So your assignments actually go through Tuesday, and anything through Tuesday will be due on that Wednesday. And then again, you'll have those 2 days to make up your work, 20% off, and technical difficulties will not be an excuse. Your computer crashed, that doesn't work. So make sure you keep that in mind. The final assignment due dates are November 20th and November 22nd. So that week is a little weird because you actually have 2 assignment due dates to finish up the semester. And so the November 20th, the late assignments can be turned in by the 22nd, and anything due the 22nd will be able to be turned in for late work by December 3rd. And we'll go over that later as we get closer to the end of the semester. Understand that Georgia Virtual does not have a fall break. So if your school has a fall break, or you go on vacation or school trip, you are still required to turn your assignments in. So I appreciate if you'll email me if you happen to have that situation, but know that you're still responsible for submitting those assignments for that week. So you can work ahead, you just cannot work behind unless you can turn them in within those 2 days, or you won't get any credit. So again, technical difficulties are not an excuse. Have a backup computer. When you need technology to work is the time it doesn't work. So make sure that you have some type of backup computer. And if for some reason you can't get anything to work, just contact me and we'll work that out. So there's an important site called the Student Success site, and this is going to give you resources for navigating your course, turning in your assignments, checking your grades, your mail on Office 365. There's 2 places that you can find the Student Success site. One is from the drop-down student resources menu, and the other is in that course information widget on the right-hand side of the course. You are expected to use your Georgia Virtual email. If you have a personal Google account, you're not going to be emailing me through that. You need to be using your Georgia Virtual email. And as you log into my class, you should see this orange picture that says Start. And right there, that first thing is showing you how to check your email, okay? And then also under the teacher information widget, which is on the right-hand side of the class, it says email me using your Georgia Virtual Office 365 account. You can click there and shoot me an email about anything you have questions about. So one of the nice bonuses of having Office 365 as your email is you actually get the Office 365 suite for free up to 5 computers and your mobile devices. So you get Word, Excel, PowerPoint, OneNote, and Outlook. And you get 1 terabyte of OneDrive storage. So this is really, really important. So if you don't have Word, if you have a Mac or whatever, you need to download these things so that you can submit your assignments correctly so that I can open them, okay? So if you need more help with that, you can go to the Student Success site. And I cannot accept Google Documents or external links to assignments. So no Google Documents, and I cannot accept any assignments through email. It has to be connected to the Dropbox because the Dropbox is connected to the gradebook. And each assignment you submit should have your name and the name of the assignment on there. And these are the file types that I'm able to open. So if you use a Mac and you have pages or numbers or any of those type file types, I will not be able to open it. So you need to make sure that you are familiar with Google how to change a pages document into a .docx file, so that you are able to do that and I'm able to open your assignment with no problem. So Georgia Virtual has an academic honesty policy. Do not copy and paste information from the internet. So we do a lot of projects like PowerPoint type projects. That information is to be in your own words. You are not supposed to you should not copy and paste from the internet. And do not resubmit an assignment that you submitted for another class. And plagiarized work will result in consequences as described in your student handbook, which you can look at. And the work should be yours alone. I don't mind if you have another student at your school who is taking the same class that you all share lab supplies and work together to complete a lab, but everybody should have their own answers to questions and their own conclusion statements, okay? If you have any questions, you can always click on the help at the top of the page. You can go to that student success site, or you can go to the student handbook, and you can always email me or text me or call me and I will help you. Please do not get all frustrated and upset because you can't get something to work. So make sure you're contacting me so that I can help you through that. Again, use your Georgia Virtual School email to correspond to me. Do not use a outside personal email. Check your email daily as I will be sending updates to you. Your parents will receive notification emails about your grade on Wednesdays through their net response system. And then just check your grades, and I will be leaving you feedback on your assignment. So whether it's a good feedback because you got 100, or whether it's you're missing something, I will tell you what you're missing. And again, if you turn it in on time, you can go back and fix that if you're missing a graph or something. So just make sure you're checking your feedback, and that's why it's important to turn those assignments in early. This session is called a synchronous session, and I'll be available on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. for the synchronous session. And sometimes it'll change, but I'll let you know in advance. And this is just designed for me to help you understand a little bit more about the topics, okay? You can also know that I'll be there to answer questions and all that kind of stuff. So I will also be recording it, and I will post that in the user links, which is on the right-hand side of the class. It is interactive, so I want you to come and take advantage of that. If you don't have a microphone, it's okay, but it is helpful if you have a microphone, and you definitely need speakers. So I want to make sure you understand the grade breakdown. Your discussions are 10%, quizzes and coursework are 20%, labs are 20%, tests and projects are 30%, and your final exam is 20%. Okay? For discussions, every single time you post, you need to have 6 sentences. There are 3 times you have to post per discussion. 1 is your original post, and 2 are for responses to classmates. Every one has to be 6 sentences. So every discussion topic should be at least 18 sentences that you've written about this particular content. So make sure you're paying attention to that. I will grade assignments every single day. I try to keep that updated as much as possible. So Wednesday is our first assignment due date. Anything that's not turned in on Wednesday, I will go in on Thursday and put zeros in. And I do leave you feedback. So again, make sure you're looking at what that feedback is. Because sometimes you get a 0 because you turned in the file that I can't open or something, or you turned in the wrong assignment. So be sure to look at that. Georgia Virtual will offer some help sessions. So the next one is August 20th, then they have one on September 3rd and September 19th if you need additional help. And this is information on how to access the sessions, and this is found on the homepage of Georgia Virtual. So once you log in, this is the first one of the things you'll see, and then from there you would have to click into the oceanography class. I'm here to make sure that you are successful. So make sure you contact me if you have any questions or you need any help. And I know we're going to have a wonderful semester. There's a lot of information, a lot of work to do. So just make sure you're keeping up with that schedule and staying in contact with me if you have any questions. Thank you and have a good night.